Nobody has any idea where these people are coming from, and we know they come from prisons. We know they come from mental institutions, insane asylums. We know they're terrorists. Nobody has ever seen anything like we're witnessing right now. It is a very sad thing for our country. It's poisoning the blood of our country.
That is Donald Trump saying that immigrants poison the blood of our country, which is pretty much a direct quote from Adolf Hitler. Now, when you hear that, you probably think, wow, that is obvious racism. But we went and asked MAGA fans across the country what they thought he meant by it, and you would be shocked at what they came up with.
Illegal immigration is poisoning the blood of the country. What does that mean to you?
It's just allowing I believe it's allowing more criminal activity to take place. You know, it's really important that people are vetted that come into the United States so that we don't have the terrorist activity that we've been looking at.
Kind of poisoning the pool instead of being in where they can make the same wage as everybody else. Some of them are undercutting that.
There's a crisis across the board of things, so there's lots of innocent people being hurt in that process, but I also watched men of fighting age lined up, getting their little bus ticket to go wherever they were going, and to me that's definitely not the best strategy.
Donald Trump said recently that the illegal immigration is poisoning the blood of the country. What does that mean?
Like they closed down school in New York to put immigrants in, so the children are having to study online now. And
listen, I understand people hate immigrants because of this stuff. Well, I don't get this one. I don't understand penning immigrants because of Zoom classes. But it was very difficult to get people to admit that poisoning blood had anything to do with race mixing or white supremacy. We had to go all the way to Iowa, and the closest we got to someone referencing World War II-y stuff was this Paisley gentleman.
Well, I think all the other countries have already been through this. It's replacement of us all.
Why is the right answer always the wrongest?
The border's gone. If you watch the footage, it's all men.
No, for jobs, though.
No, they're coming to kill us.
Ah, great, thank you. When I saw the Grateful Dead pin, I thought you liked their music. Turns out you just like the word dead.
Well, it's a global thing. They've already came to all the other countries doing this. I mean, this is happening in Germany and, France.
Okay, before this guy suggests we invade Poland, let's talk about something very interesting at play here. Like, there's always gonna be guys like this who hear Trump say,
it's poisoning the blood of our country.
And then go, yes, we are all being literal. Hooray, racism. But why are all these people who leave the house looking semi-normal not distancing themselves from a Hitler quote? Well, there's an answer, and it's that right-wing media and politicians are spending hours and hours every day telling these folks that it's not the Republicans who are racist, it's actually the Democrats who are racist against white people.
One of the most depressing things about Democrats today, they're very comfortable discriminating based on race.
When did racism against white people become okay?
They hate white people because white people are successful and they're not.
It's all part of the new brainwash. If you're white, you're evil by birth.
Yeah, you're not surprised. It's always the same people, isn't it? Those white Republican men. The very ones that just today Joe Biden warned us are more dangerous than ISIS.
They target white people because it gives them street cred.
Who told you that?
You all right? I learned it by watching you. So why is this happening? Why are right-wing media figures telling white people, many of whom are angry at others based solely on the color of their skin, that it's actually someone else who's being racist? And for an explanation of this weaponization, why don't we turn to someone who experienced it firsthand, President Obama.
I also think that there are certain right-wing media venues, for example, that monetize and capitalize on stoking the fear and resentment of a white population that is witnessing a changing America and seeing demographic changes and do everything they can to give people a sense that their way of life is threatened and that people are trying to take advantage of them.
Thanks, Obama. So what you end up having is people who are white in America and aren't having a very good time. And they blame non-whites for their problems. And add into that a 24-hour news cycle of folks saying, you're right. Yes, the technical definition of what you're doing is white supremacy, but you're actually being patriotic and they're being an asshole. Well, what does that turn into? Please enjoy.
Everyone's called a white supremacist. I'm sorry, but we're not white supremacists. Well, I guess I'm not. Yes, I am, because the term nowadays, white supremacist, means you're a patriot. So I have a sign that I do carry sometimes, and I say proud white supremacist.
But I'm not one, even though my sign says that thing. Way to go, Fox News. God, it's so weird. It's so weird to say that the other side's being racist while you're the one who's saying, like, but brown people will ruin this country. It's just that they are criminal, terrorist, wage pool thieving men of fighting age on buses who want to murder everyone in my Zoom class. I still don't get that one.